Could be a bass. Ooh. Go on. Could be a bass. Look like a bass bite. Just like that. Woohoo! Good morning. What we will do is the introduction in a bit. Welcome back, everyone. Let's do some baiting up. As you can see, I've got some riot bait squid and some frozen blacks. Squid, bait needle, bait elastique, baitex, not actually elastic, latex, so it dissolves and it's a lot better for the environment. How are you? You can answer at home. Oh, good. I'm feeling better. As you can see, we're fishing. Well, I've not cast in yet. I am fishing today, which I'll show you in depth, between Blue Anchor and Minehead. Simple stuff. We are 3 hours from high water. I am going to fish all the way up and 2 hours back. Let's sort this out. My first bait going out is a full large squid. Just like this. What I like to do in this area for the first cast is walk down, chuck a bait out and walk it back. What I'm going to do is continue doing this, then I'm going to stand you up and I am going to stand up. We will do a proper introduction here today on the beautiful sunny Bristol Channel in Somerset. I'll show you around, I'll show you my kit, we'll do some more baiting up, I'll show you my rigs, but we'll do some fishing. Welcome back, everyone. My name's Wayne. This is the beautiful Bristol Channel. Wish me luck. Let's do some fishing. For my first rig this morning, I've got a 7-ounce gripper to a splashdown, a £150 rig body, to a bead, a pulley bead, to a bead, to a swivel, to a £150 hook length, to a 4.0 circle held with my Magic Tronics Pro tubing and a 4.0 J hook, strapped together as you just seen with some baitex to a whole squid, riot bait squid. For my first cast, as mentioned, I'm going to walk down and chuck out this squid bait next to this causeway. I'm going to walk it back for probably half an hour until the water is up here. So what I'm going to do now is go down and give it a little flick.
Heading up the west coast in the morning to find a place where no one knows our faces or our names.
And there we are, we're fishing. Just in case, get a big bass, which is highly possible here. We've definitely got a chance of a nice bass or a big cod. What I'm going to do is bait the other rig up, I'll bring you back, I'll show you that. We'll get the second one out to your right on the other side of the causeway where it's a little bit deeper, and then we're fishing. Yeah, look at that. The sun's shining and I've got a smile on my face. Thanks everyone. Thanks for your kind words and support. It means everything to me. And there we go everyone. There's 4 black lug and a smaller squid ready to go out. Oh. Just like before, I'm going to walk down, check this out, play you some music and get a second rod in the water. Look at that. It's not meant to rain though. Wow. I've got my waterproof jacket. That's it, I'm fishing. We're back. Yeah, it's beautiful. That looks a little bit ominous. It'll be right. We're used to it now, aren't we? I can see some blue sky behind it, and here we go. For the area I'm fishing, it generally fishes better on the ebb tide, and that's the 3 hours or 2.5 hours back that I will be fishing. You may be asking, why have you come now? Because it's fishing. One day out of 10, I'd say, it could fish better on the flood. Normally, pretty much Minehead, Blue Anchor, up the reef system, it fishes for me better on the ebb tide. We're all different. You may find it different to me. The way I look at it in this area, if I get a fish on the flooding tide, that's a bonus fish. Normally, when the tide switches, about half an hour into the ebb, the tide going back out, I find I get into a fish. Well, that'd be nice. But we're fishing. Been fishing for 10 minutes, and I'm blanking hard, as you know. I've had a little glow up for you, that's what we call it in the trade. I've had my beard trimmed. I've had a haircut, if you wouldn't know that. I wear my cap all the time. It's my trademark, cap and glasses. When I'm not wearing them, people don't recognise me, and I like it. This is my disguise. What I'm going to do is try and chuck this back over to my left So I've got a funny angle. There's the one. Not gone across my mate's lines? Yeah, that's right. Oh, look at it now. Looks perfect for a bite. Definitely confident, everyone. Looks perfect. Nice and chocolatey. Just looks good for a fish. A nice codlin, or maybe a bass. We can only hope, eh? Remember that causeway was going straight out. Now I've got that big hole. And what I've done behind me, I've marked it with some boulders. I've stacked some boulders up so I know where the rocks are. Eh? Clever, eh? We all do that. It's nothing new. Get it out there. We've got a bit of depth now, so I don't need to hit it as far. Perfect. It's 10:30 now. High water is 5 to 11. So let's walk this one back. That should do it. Got 20 minutes left. And then hopefully we can get into a few fish. It's fine, I'm not worried. It's fishing pretty much as expected. Sometimes, naturally, I'd like an early fish on the flood, but it's not happened. So I'll sit back, relax, and when we get some action on that ebbing tide, I'll bring you straight back. Right, my left hand rod just pulled down. I'm just baiting up, so I'll leave you on. Started taking line, but it might be a bit of tide movement, as that tide is just turned. But I'll leave you running. Wow. I was just baiting up. I'll leave it there. We're just on high water. And I was just preparing a bait. I don't think it is a fish. I'm not sure, but now's the time I'd expect to get a fish. Just on high and the ebbing tide. Look at that bait, it's perfect. Look at that. Nothing fancy. Flick it out. Gentle flick. As you can see, the tide is just started to ebb out now. It's dropping away from this beach. The first part of the ebb is the best time for a fish, but sometimes you can get weed. It can be a right pain. Sometimes it can be unfishable here. Half an hour, which is unfortunate because that's the time you want to be fishing to get a fish. But what I'm going to do is drop this one out there. Nothing fancy. I don't really need distance at the moment, and I definitely don't need lots of line out in the water because it's more for me to get caught up in weed, sticks, branches, you name it, it could come through here on the first half an hour of the ebbing tide. I'm not sure where it comes from, because on the flood tide you don't get any of it, then on the ebb it just hammers out. But look, I'll keep fishing. We've definitely got a chance. If I get any action, get any bites, I got weed already, look. Go away. Right on cue. A little bit of weed. It's like a shit game, this. Go away. Oh, I'll just leave it. It might break me out. Could be a bass. Ooh. Go on. Could be a bass. Look like a bass bite. Smashed me over and then came back. Come on, slacklined me massively. Hopefully it's a bass. Yeah, come on. There we are, we got a bass. I'd say. Yeah. Oh, let me turn you around. Looks like a classic bass bite. Yeah. Smashed me over and it's swimming with me. Even though it's come off. I don't think it's come off. Every now and again I feel weight. Like that. Come on. Yeah, still there. I'd say bass. Now it's going mad. Come on. Could be a nice fish, everyone. Swimming with me. Head shaking. Boy. I reckon it's a bass. It's going mad. Come on. Oh yeah, it's a nice bass. Oh, big bass. Oh yeah. Look at the size of that. Woohoo! Look at that, everyone. A Bertie bass. Look at the size of that beautiful thing. Probably £6. I'll give it a little weigh in a minute. But there you go. As you know, I always put bass back like this anyway. But that is a fat bass, but we're out of season. So this fish has to go back anyway, by law, as I'm halfway through. But it's actually the 16th of Feb. Thank you very much, Mr. Bass. Let's get this one away. That one's for you. Hopefully I got the full fight and bite on camera. It just smashed round, bang, bang, bang. Just kept going. As you know by now, the bass don't really fight until you get them right in close, and then they go mad. But look, there you go, everyone. That one's for you. Let's get this fish away. Cheers, Mr. Bass. Go on. There you go. Just like that. Woohoo! Hey, that was cool, man. You're not all men. It's just a saying. Yeah, that was epic. That's why I go fishing. That bite, hopefully I got it on camera. Whack, 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 straight round, hit it. I knew it was a bass straight away. At one point, I had that £6 bass attached to my thumb. So he took, or she, probably she, took the bottom hook and had the circle hook through my thumblet. Oh yes, it was all good fun. But look, there's another bait. That's all I'm using. 3 or 4 blacks and a lovely squid bait. That is a beautiful fish. I didn't weigh it, but I catch enough fish to know. I didn't weigh it because it's out of season. I just needed to unhook it and get it straight back. But let's keep fishing. Let's see if we can get another one. But I'm over the moon. I've been out fishing and I've done a little bit of catching. Get this out there. This was the one I just flicked before. Nothing fancy. Just in that hole. In the bass hole. Like that. Right in there. Woo! Probably 3 foot deep, if that. But that's where the bass feed. I've just put that bass back, cast out the right rod, and my left rod's just pulled down. It looks more like a dogfish, this one. I did say we get some fish after high. If you watch this rod, more like a dogfish bite. I've got a little bit of weed out there on the line. If I had a bite, definitely. We're on the fish. It's working out exactly how I said it would. Go me. I didn't expect to catch a, well, I did, but it's quite nice to catch a 6-pound bass on Feb the 16th, so it could be a good year for the bass. Well, as you can see, the tide's going out at a good rate of knots. I'm pretty confident I've got a dogfish on this one, so I've set up another bait ready to go. And now I'm going to bring it in. I'm still buzzing from that bass, everyone. That's what it's all about. Maybe the dogfish get off. Hopefully. Big bass. Wow. Woohoo! Pretty cool, eh? As you know, I don't overly get hyped, as the kids would say, when I catch a nice fish. But the last couple of sessions I've done all right and I'm quite pleased. It doesn't matter, as you know, if I blanked, I'd feel just like this. But it is quite nice when you put the effort in to catch a nice fish, especially on camera for you guys. Get this one out there. Nothing fancy, I've probably got about an hour left. But this is the time when normally we can still get a few fish. As I've said all the way through this session, I pretty much timed it and it's happened. Nice. In that hole. In the bass hole. Some tide out there. Look at that. Pulling it out my hand. Come on. Let's get another one, eh? Look at those glass tips. They're eating it up. They're perfect for strong tide like this. As you see, when you get a bite, you see it even in that ripping tide. Cheers, y'all. As night follows day, the tide comes in and goes back out. You can see the causeway coming back up. On the left hand side you can see it looks a little bit choppy, and on the right hand side it's flat. The tide's coming from right to left, hitting that causeway, and then there's a little bit of wind as we've got a westerly around the corner. Beautiful, hey? A nice little session. Come out for a bass in Feb and managed to get one. A good one. Anyway, I'm going to keep fishing. I'll probably give it 10 minutes. I'll wind in, I'll bring you back. We'll do an outro. I'll tidy up and then we'll make our way back to the van. It's a Friday afternoon. Go home. I may even get some healthy but naughty food on the way home. Cheers everyone.